boom, chakalaka, boom. Hi, my name is Sharma, and today I'm back with World's Best Videos. Or should I say World's Best Robotic Videos? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So today we're going to be checking out this really cool robot, but I just need to find the box first. I swear it was right over here. Like, right over here. I swear. It's right here. Where'd it go? What you say? It's in front of me? No, it's behind me. It's in front of me. Let me check. So, in front. Oh, there it is. Robot. View number 1. View number 2. Soccer ball. What? And finally, the box of doom. I'm kidding. So, as you can see, this is the box. Get a closer look. Okay, so let me show you the types of robots there are. There are, as you can see, sucker bot, gripper bot, throwing bot, forklift bot, and rowing bot. And here, they've actually made a way. They made a path the robot can move in. They designed. And the really cool thing is, they give you this, if you just see, there's this little plastic strip that you can shape into a box, and you can like gripper bot. And so it also tells you some kind of stuff right here, like how to adjust the coding wheels, how to what kind of batteries to put in the battery pack, which is triple A batteries, and you need 2 of them. And this box is this coding kit is for 10 plus people. It's on Elenco, but some of the parts are made from the company called Snap Circuits. So let's just put our box aside. Now, at first, it's actually going to be like this. This is all the parts that you're going to get. All these. But when you're finished making your robot, you'll get a super bot. I mean, a super bot. I mean, a normal robot. So this is your robot. Now, you might not have this compartment, because you might have made the normal bot or some other bot like the gripper bot. So, but I'm pretty sure you have the coding wheel adjusted if you wanted to code it, and this body. And this is how it works. Right in here, there's a battery pack. Battery pack. There's a wire coming out, as you can see right here. Follow my hand. And it's adjusted into this little compartment. It has an on-off button. Awesome, right? Then these little gears move every time you turn it on. And right here, you can attach the wheels right over here. So beak and beak. But I'm not actually going to attach them because I'm going to show you how the coding wheel works. Let's get moving. Okay, so this coding wheel is actually touching a gear, which makes the coding wheel move. I'm moving. So it moves, and what happens is when one of these side buttons hit this part, it makes the little brake go down. And right here at the very bottom of the brake, there's a little rubber part. So when it comes down, so one side's moving, bzz, both sides moving. One side stops, it turns the side of the, and turns which side the button is, and it moves forward. That's how it works. And I can actually show you if I can just turn it on. And see, it moves. It works. And you even heard that click for it going back up. Next up, compartments. So you might have made lots of compartments on this. Like you might have made the throwing bot, like me, or the gripper bot, or best of all, the drawing bot. Yeah, that's what I mean. So this is how it works. There's usually a plastic part, like this part. And one of these buttons, let me actually just show you a button. If I can just take it out. Take out button, operation, finished. So it's really small, you might not be able to see it, but here's the button. This is the button. And you can just attach the assignment, this is the assignment button. You can attach it right on top. If it's a 90-degree button or any of those turning buttons, you're going to have to attach it on the side. So when this button hits this plastic part, it makes the compartment go down. And as soon as it releases, because of the spring, the plastic part zooms up. And it even comes with other compartments like this. Soccer ball, it came in 2 parts, I attached it. Soccer ball, soccer ball. And you can just put the soccer ball in right here. And if you want to, let me actually show you how it works. So it's gearing up and watch. Let it go, let it go. The coding wheel's moving. See the brakes on. And watch! See? Whoa! So it chopped the ball and it went zooming out. So let me just get the ball. Okay, here we have the ball. And we can just put it back. So let me explain to you what the assignment button does in every single robot. So here are the robots. In the drawing bot, I'm pretty sure I know what it does. What it does is when the drawing bot moving and the assignment button hits the drawing bot, it makes the little pen go up, and if it's already up, it makes it go up for as long as the coding button hitting it, and as soon as the coding button releases, the pen starts drawing again. Forklift bot, another plastic part attached, it makes the lift go up if assignment button is touching it. Throwing bot, like I showed you, it goes back up and release. The gripper bot, it grips the thing, whatever the thing is. Next up, soccer bot. So the soccer bot actually moves its compartment. So the little 2 compartments there, it makes it move. So that's all the things that all the bots do. So I just told you all the bots. And it says there's over 220 parts. And if you don't know, this kind of coding is called mechanical coding. What mechanical coding is it's a coding, but instead of actually typing on your Chromebook or computer, instead of typing code in there virtually, what you do is you use plastic parts or metal parts or electronic parts like motors and a kind of part, and use that to make whatever you have do whatever you want it to do, or whatever you don't want it to do. So that's how it works. That's what mechanical coding is. And yeah, so in this bot, we use plastic parts, plastic buttons to make the robot do assignments or move left and right. So that's how this thing works. And back here, there's this little ball. It's metal ball, and it's used so instead of putting a wheel, what they did is because they just wanted to make sure that the ball could move in every side, so they added a ball. The wheel could move in. So I'm going to show you how it looks after you attach the wheel and everything. Ta-da! And if you keep it, let me just keep it right onto this box. This is how it looks. I'm going to turn it on. Right here, there's a button to turn it on. The motor right here is the motor in this part, and it makes 1 gear and that one gear is attached to another gear, that's attached to another gear, and so on, which makes all the gears move. And let me show you the booklet. I totally forgot about it. This is the booklet that tells you how to attach everything. So when you're not attached to anything, it's going to look like this. Just gonna be these plastic parts and plastic, yeah. But when you use the booklet, you can attach all those parts and make this robot. I know, pretty cool, right? All those parts can make this robot. Yeah, I thought so. So let me actually show you. At starting, it tells you stuff like tools you need, or yeah, and the parts there are, and it's all numbered. Next, and it tells you to read this before assembly. And next page. And starting from the head module assembly to the accessory module assembly, it's all about how to construct the robot. Now, when the accessory module assembly actually starts, so let me actually show you again. There. So, starting from here, from this page, page number 4, starting from page number 4 to page number 12. 3 is 12. 4 to page number 4 to page number 12. It's how to actually just assemble this part of the robot without any accessories, or this. No accessories, no cooling wheels. That's how to assemble it. Then, starting from there, from page 13, it's how to actually, what the accessories, accessories are needed, like module 1, module 2, module 3, and module 4, and cooling wheel assembly. It's hard to believe that there's even assembly for the cooling wheel. So that's how it works. And right here, it tells you from starting from page number 14 to page number and I'm just scrolling through the pages. Page number 14 to page number 20. It tells you about the coding wheel and how to use it, how to adjust it, and all that stuff. And then it actually tells you, and in the gripper bot, what it doesn't actually, it releases its hand, not actually hold something. So I was wrong about that. And starting from page number 21, it starts from the drawing bot assembly, and page number 23, it ends the drawing bot assembly. So page from this page to this page, and all the other parts are like that too. So they're short parts. They're short. Yeah, they're short, and it doesn't take a lot of time to actually add the accessories and all that stuff after you've actually made the things. Because it might look like a lot of work, but when you actually get started, you'll see that it's actually pretty easy to make it. And you made everything easily. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure did. And just to tell you that this robot is awesome. You should definitely try it out. It's an awesome robot with lots of stuff in it. And it's awesome. Awesomely awesome. So I hope you make as many as robots you can. You can also try building your own robots and do whatever you want. So, this is Arnav Sharma signing out.